Everything Now, an interactive comedy show on Twitch where you, the viewers, are in control, featuring special guests from all over the Twitch community and the Los Angeles comedy scene. Enter a variety of wild scenarios with colorful characters and help steer the story in whatever direction you want. You can vote in polls to make choices, submit images over Twitter and Discord. You can pay to play sound effects.
Road ends in 100 feet.
What the f***?
It's your show too, friend. Hop on in and experience everything now.
Order! All rise for the Honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. Let me get into my chair a little bit better here. Welcome all. Welcome to the Everything Now Superior Court, where justice rules. I, of course, am presiding. I'm the Honorable Judge Learned Hand, and if you're joining us tonight, thank you. Typically not what we do for court. We don't applaud for the Honorable Judge presiding, but I'll take it. If you're here tonight, that makes you part of our jury, and you will be helping me as we... Okay.
Boo!
Some cheers, some boos. It seems that the scales of justice are already finding balance, and that's going to be an important part of what happens tonight as you, our jurors at home, help me decide which of these defendants that are going to be taking the stand are okay. We're really testing out all the different sounds that we can make tonight. Why don't we just get them all out now? Thank you.
We're on the way, Judge.
Excellent. Good to know those are priced so inexpensive. Folks, a series of defendants are going to be taking the stand this evening, and they'll be accused of crimes that you'll remind me of because I seem to have misplaced my docket yet again. But they'll take the stand, we'll interrogate them, we'll try to figure out what happened, where they went wrong, if they did go wrong at all. And there's also a variety of ways that you can interact during tonight's proceedings, ways that you can submit evidence that will help lead us to the truth. So, of course, you can ask questions, and I will ask those questions to the defendant in the chat, but you can also submit evidence during tonight's proceedings, and I highly encourage you to do so because the evidence you submit may just turn the tide of a particular trial. So if you haven't already joined the Everything Now Show Discord, there should be a link in the chat right now to join the Everything Now Show Discord. It's free. Submit images. We might use your image, display it right here on this television, and that image might crack one of these cases wide open. Some people dislike democracy, I'm getting. Gojira lives. Not a fan of democracy. Well, unfortunately, it's the only system we've got here in New York, so it's going to have to do. So you can submit evidence, visual evidence, images in the Discord, and we will display that on the television if you trigger the sound alert associated with that. But you can also, for $5, if you notice in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, call a witness to the stand. Yes? Donate $5 at any point during tonight's proceedings and name a witness you'd like to bring to the stand. It could be a celebrity, a fictional character. Ideally, it's somebody who is somehow related to the case. That would make my job a lot easier, but the choice is ultimately yours. Donate $5. Tell us in the chat who you want to put on the stand, and we will bring them into court and cross-examine them. You can also submit written testimony by subscribing tonight. Oh, and we forgot, we got to refresh the sub goal thing so it appears in the bottom right. If you subscribe tonight, there it is. If you subscribe tonight, you can submit written testimony. It looks like this. The Potato Sloth submitted this piece of evidence. Mr. Houchies was definitely in a straw hat and Hawaiian button-up shouting, "Look at my surfboard," before crowd surfing. Sounds like an important piece of evidence that may have just turned the tide in that particular case, and that could be you. You could be Mr. Potato Sloth by subscribing and submitting written testimony that we will display during the case. And of course, if we get 15 subscriptions over the course of the entire show, we'll head on down to the police station for some much needed firearm training where you will get a chance to pick up a gun and shoot somebody. So, folks, that's basically how it works. We're going to get into it with our first defendant here, but before we're able to do that, you're going to have to remind me what they stand accused of. So if you could please suggest a crime, and we're going to go for crimes that are actual crimes this time. Petty crimes, you know, stealing something from a store. I'll even take violent crimes, murder or whatever, but something that's like actually kind of a crime would be nice. Licking unfrosted Pop-Tarts. See, that's an example of one that's not, it is funny, but I'm looking for something a little bit more crime-like. Molesting a priest, okay. Interesting. Let's find a median between those two, maybe. Farted on a dog. Stealing trash. Stealing trash. I like stealing trash, yes. One man's trash is another man's treasure, or so they say. But in this jurisdiction, one man's trash is still one man's possession, and stealing it, well, that's a crime. Once something has been thrown out, it's still a crime to steal it because the garbage man owns it now. So this next, every person is worthless. Thank you, Jabrinklog, for your first message in the chat. That's an interesting sentiment to bring to the court today, and one we will consider as we go into this first trial where the defendant stands accused of stealing trash. Let's now meet the defendant. Defendant, please take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Yes, hello, Judge. My name is Sir Upbraid Westminster.
Sir Upbraid
Westminster.
Westminster.
Famed thespian. Has trod the boards on many an occasion, and of course I've appeared on the celluloid.
On the what?
On the celluloid, the film reels.
I see. Okay, well, you know, we don't treat celebrities any different than common folk here, Mr. Westminster. And bailiff, could we please update his case file with the crime? It's stealing trash. So, Mr. Westminster, are you a native New Yorker? Your accent, I can't quite place it.
Well, I'm in town doing sort of method research for a role. I'm playing Trash Stealer #2 in the great film, of course, Gob's Big Steering Wheel.
Gob's Big, I'm sorry.
Gob's Big Steering Wheel.
Who's making that?
Another sir.
Just a night?
Another sir, another night.
I see. So you are...
We try to keep it in the family.
Got it. Okay, so it's sort of like a home movie you guys are making.
Yes, of course. But of course, naturally, I have to do method research if I'm to understand the nature of my character.
I see. So you're saying that you did steal, but it was part of research, and we are going to explore that that potential defense in just a moment. But I understand that we've got, first of all, Salad Fork, thank you so much for your subscription, and let us know. Boo Scab method acting such a good comedy. Interesting perspective. It seems like you're already getting on the wrong side of some of our jurors.
SAG has not decided to go on strike just yet, so let's you know, keep our scab allegations in the back pocket, eh?
I can't tell the jurors what to think, unfortunately.
Judge, can we cut back to me and punch in? It's time for the court here to decide a question that's been left up to jurisprudence for far too long. It's time to settle the matter once and for all. Is method acting a crime? I would say no.
Oh, seems that we don't have our written testimony prepared just yet.
We'll get to that.
I'm struggling.
Do you mean to tell me...
okay.
Judge, do you really mean to tell me that you're not familiar with my work at all?
You know, you might have to remind me. I do, Bailiff, do we have the visual evidence yet?
Nah, I don't know how to get it to show up.
Okay, do you need some help with that?
I think so.
Okay. Tell me about your pictures, Mr. Westminster.
You don't recall my time working on as a Gobby, the boy who got kicked in the head by a mule in the celebrated motion picture, Oh, to see the lights of the carnival again. Where my mommy go? Where my mommy go? I can't. Where my mommy go? I can't. Where am I going? Where my ma? Where's my ma? Ma, where's my ma?
And that was from which picture?
That was from Oh, to see the lights of the carnival again.
Wow, that's quite the title. Oh, to see the lights of the carnival again. Wow, okay. So, You've been at this for quite some time. You're a professional actor.
Fadville PM asks, did I have to get kicked in the head by a mule to research the part? Of course I did, yes. I was concussed severely.
Interesting.
But you should see the mule.
What happened to the mule?
I skinned it alive.
Okay, well, that potentially is another crime, one that we're not here to hear today.
We're all cut up, Judge.
All right, we've got two pieces of visual evidence. First, we're going to take a look at this one. Let's have a look. Okay, now it's appearing to me that this piece of evidence seems to read that the bullshit indicator is nearly off the charts. So, do you want to maybe revisit some of the claims that you were making, Mr. Westminster?
I see. Someone has submitted a lobby card from one of my most well-beloved works, Bullshit the Movie, in which I played Mother Courage. It was a prequel to Courage the Cowardly Dog. I was Courage the Cowardly Dog's mother.
You get back over here right now. You get back over here. You think you're gonna get away from me? Come back over here. You nasty little thing. You come back over here right now. I'm gonna pinch you. I'm gonna get you so bad. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you so bad.
And that was from the prequel to Courage the Cowardly Dog, which was a film?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. When you say the mom, are you
It was
talking about
called
Muriel?
Bullshit. It was called
or-
Bullshit. It did not do very well in the box office. I feel like parents saw the title and thought, that's not for my children.
It didn't
It's
seem
me and
like
my
it from that
betrothed.
performance. We do have another piece now of visual evidence. Let's have a look at that. Now, this seems like it may be either a photo or a reenactment of the crime taking place. Care to speak on that?
Another lobby card, of course. That was when I played the role of Charles Grodin in Swag Thief, the third installment of the Swag Thief franchise.
I'm not familiar with it. Is
When
it
I
like
played-
Oceans or something?
When I played Charles Grodin, you don't remember this?
I don't know. Do your pictures play in America?
Hey, what's that over there? You think you're gonna get away with that? I think I got another thing coming for you. I think I got another thing coming for you. I'm gonna come over there and get ya. I'm gonna come over there and get ya.
And these, when you're doing this is lines from the movies that you're in?
Yes. Have you been to your local AMC theater? They're enshrined upon the cement just outside the theater. These are famous quotes right alongside "They call me Mr. Tibbs" by that African-American gentleman.
You know, I don't get out much. I haven't seen a movie in a long time. I watch TikToks. Well, my wife shows me TikToks in bed.
Oh, TikTok. Oh, I'm on TikTok as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Anything I might have seen?
Yeah, sure. There was I participated in that one where it's like you start off you and another person and then it cuts and it shows that they died. Remember that one, that trend where it was like...
I'm not sure if I remember that trend.
Okay. I also did a trend where I ate a lot of
You know
food
about
really
Grimace
quickly.
Shake?
Yes. Oh.
I've been seeing a lot of Grimace Shake
I've got
ones
one of
recently.
those.
My wife really likes the Grimace birthday shake trend.
I've got one of those cooking as well.
You're gonna make one of those? We really like that one.
Yes. Should I give you a taste, perhaps?
A taste of the Grimace
A taste
Shake?
of- no,
I don't
no,
really
no.
like berry. I'm more of like a chocolate shake kind of guy.
No, a taste of the TikTok about the Grimace Shake.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Would you like for me to perform for you and the jury? Several of whom I understand, they have their pen and paper at the ready. They're waiting to get my autograph. So we shouldn't let them wait too long. We should decide whether I'm guilty or not as soon as possible. But
Well, I agree with that. We also had did we ever get a piece of written evidence from Salad Fork? All right, let's have a look at that written testimony from witness Salad Fork, who said, I didn't see nothing. Interesting. Okay, thank you for that valuable piece of evidence, Salad Fork. That is really helpful. Okay,
as
so
a fan, as part of this member of the fan club.
I want to kind of bring us back to the crime here, which is that you were accused of stealing trash.
Yes.
Your defense
I
is
stole
that
trash.
you were trying to do research for a role
It's
in a
not-
movie where you
yes.
play a character who steals trash. Can you kind of tell me a little bit more about this character and why they need to steal trash?
Well, you see, as is their wont, many an American has decided to take it upon themselves, really, to be someone who steals trash. I was operating alongside.
And who is that?
It's my brother, Clive.
That's your brother,
My
Clive.
brother, Clive. Owen.
That's Clive. Oh, you're related to Clive. That didn't look anything like him. Was that for a role?
Yes. He had to play Dimples, the pin-up boy. Now, of course, his name is quite funny when you think about it, because he's not a pin-up model, you see. He does the pins. He works at a store. He works at a grocery store, and he's in the back where they keep the schedules. They keep him right next to that little corkboard, and he pins up the schedules. That's his job in the movie.
These movies sound like shit, to be honest. They all sound really fucking dumb and boring.
Well, what kind of movie do you like?
I don't watch movies. I watch Grimace TikTok, and sometimes I watch one of like a Chinese guy who carves up like a whole turtle and makes a soup out of it.
Name one movie. I dare you. Just name any movie, and we'll find out if I was in it. Perhaps I was in it. I'm well-traveled. I've been in a lot of motion pictures.
Barbie?
I was in Barbie.
Who were you in Barbie?
I played Steven.
Who's Steven?
I haven't seen it, so I
he's
don't
there.
know.
He's hanging out.
All right, listen. What trash did you steal?
It was a bag of trash outside of CVS.
Well, surely you went through it and pulled out whatever valuables or something. You know, you stole it for a reason.
Lots
I
of
assume.
expired vitamin C. Have
What,
you
like
ever
a
looked? Have you
vitamin
ever
C
been
supplement?
Have you ever been inside of a CVS and realized just how many capsules of vitamin C are available to the average consumer? And that's just one CVS. There are usually 3 to 4 CVSs within any given, 5-10 mile radius. Pretty remarkable stuff. I guess a lot of it gets wasted.
Yeah, so you're saying that the trash was filled with old vitamins?
Yes.
Seems like not really worth it.
I tried
be
it. It didn't feel
Dragged into court today to, potentially see prison time for a bunch of expired, capsules of vitamin C,
How about this? Let's let the people in the jury box decide whether or not it was worth all the trouble. Here's what we'll do.
I agree.
Here's what we'll do. We'll do a scene from the film. All right?
What film? What are you talking about?
From Trash Stealers number 3.
I don't know what that is. It seems like a made-up movie.
No.
It seems like you're just making up a fake movie where you play a guy who committed this crime, and then that's your defense. That's, to me, where kind of where I'm landing on this right now.
Now, Judge, don't take this the wrong way. Don't take it personally, but that's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know how else I'm
I would
supposed
be
to take
embarrassed
that.
if I said that. I would kill myself if I said that out loud. I would take my own life.
I would hope that you'd show me a little bit more
I'd go
respect.
to my judge's chambers or wherever it is that you blow off steam. I would take a loaded pistol. I would level it to my temple, about right here, and I would pull the trigger.
All right, let's do your stupid scene. What is
Yeah.
it?
So it's a scene between the trash stealer, me personally. I'm playing trash stealer number 3, and I got the name of the film wrong. I'm sorry about that. The name of the film, of course, was Goopy's Big Steering Wheel.
What? Isn't that what you said before? And thank you, Void Walker. Let us know what written testimony you have. Please, something that will help us get to the bottom of this case.
Anyway, Goopy's big, Gobby's Big Steering Wheel, and it's
Goopy or Gobby?
It's Gobby. It's one of the two. I don't know. You think
It's your movie, man.
I'm focused on the character. I can't worry about the name of the film.
And your
My
trash
character
dealer
doesn't know
number
the name
2.
of the film. My character doesn't know the name of the film. He knows his own name and the names of the people that he's around. And
Like Goopy or Goppy?
No, Gobby's not actually there. It's
Thank
just-
you, I fight for them. Let us know if you want to put someone on the witness stand. All right, so who am I?
So you are someone confronting me. Now, I am actively holding Gobby's big steering wheel with the trash in in shotgun. It's a big bag of trash, and like a hefty bag where the stuff's poking out of the sides because it's too full. And you're a cop, you're a motorcycle cop, and you pulled me over, and you're interviewing me to try to determine where I'm headed with my absconded refuse.
And what is my name and my motivation?
Motorcycle cop number 4.
I don't have a name.
No.
Can I be named like Clyde Jasmine? Officer Clyde Jasmine. the beat cop with a little bit of attitude. Can I be that?
George? What's that I hear over there, beneath your fetid robes? Is it the beating heart of a thespian? A would-be thespian?
I don't know. I don't do that. I have a wife.
I think
But
we'll
I'm
see.
going to be Clive Jasmine. I'm a cop. I'm pulling you over for stealing trash.
I think we'll see about that. We'll see whether or not you've got...
Knock, knock, knock. Hey, open up, roll down your window, punk. It's me, Officer Clive Jasmine, the beautiful but also a little bit mysterious police officer. And I noticed you were doing something pretty suspicious.
Well, officer, I can't say I know a thing about what you're accusing me of doing. I ain't got no broken tail light or nothing.
I'll tell you what I'm accusing you of. I'm accusing you of stealing trash, which is illegal, by the way. Or my name ain't Clive Jasmine, Officer Clive Jasmine.
Oh, God, I'm from out of state. I don't know what's legal here or not. I'm just trying to get by. I'm trying to feed my family.
Well, you're gonna have plenty of something to chew on when I put you in the clink, buddy.
Is the clink some kind of big robot?
It's the jail, and I'm taking
Why
you
didn't you
there.
just say jail?
Did you steal this trash?
What is it to steal? If you stop and think about it for even a moment, if you stop to think about the implications of theft in a philosophical framework,
Grimace coming to the stand.
All right, we've got Grimace is going to take the stand and scene. That felt really weird for me. I feel like I may have unlocked something that I didn't really want to know about. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this witness. Please state your name for the record.
Hey, it's me, I'm Grimace. And yes, it's
Hey,
my
Grimace,
birthday.
happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Took
you
a
for
second.
coming in here on your birthday.
Wasn't that last month?
My birthday lasts a very long time.
He's not a human, so he has a
7
different
years.
kind of birthday.
Yeah.
Grimace, if you wouldn't mind putting your phone away and just focusing up with me for just a second.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to do this on your birthday, but you're kind of a witness for this trial, so we have to ask you some questions.
Okay, fine. What?
I guess number one is, do you know the defendant?
I've seen this guy before.
And
He's seen a lot
where
of
have you
people
seen him
before.
before?
I saw him, I was eating a child by a CVS. And
You were doing what?
I was eating a child by a CVS and I saw him.
Judge, are you deaf? He was eating out a little boy.
No, not like that. I was eating an entire child like a sandwich.
Like a sandwich? Like between two pieces of bread?
No, just like chomp, 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 and then it was done.
How's that like a sandwich?
Like food. I was eating it like food, not explicitly a sandwich. I was eating it like
Hey,
a
Grimace,
burrito.
can you go turn your microphone on?
It is on.
I'm
It
hearing
is
that
on.
it's not.
He's just leaning
People are
back.
saying that it's not.
I
Maybe
did
just
turn
lean
it
forward
on.
a little
He-
bit.
no.
Whoever's over there did turn it on.
Naked comedy. He's just got a cool, detached mien. He's just leaning back in his chair, too far from the
Maybe
mic.
everyone could just fucking enjoy the show instead of having so many fucking notes all the
A
time
lot
about
of
it.
backseat
All right.
drivers out there
Grimace,
in the chat tonight, huh?
you said that you saw this guy at the CBS. What was he doing?
He was rummaging through the dumpster outside, and he was like, he kept picking up, and I kind of heard him muttering something like, another vitamin C thing, and then like tossing that, but then some things he would pocket.
Yes.
Okay, well, I feel like that pretty much seals it away for me. Grimace, is there any other testimony that you'd like to add to the record before we let you go?
No, this is stupid and cringe, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, folks, I'm going to give it over to
You know, I bet
Mr.
he's got some fire TikToks up his sleeve. He seems like a young,
You think
cool,
Grimace
hip
is
guy.
making TikToks?
Yes.
Okay, well, Mr. Upbraid, I'm going to take a few questions really quickly from our jurors to see if they have anything they want to clarify, and then we'll do closing statements and let them vote. So, jurors in the juror box, the chat, go ahead if you have any questions now for Mr. Upbraid. Go ahead and ask them now. Mr. Upbraid, I'll let you take questions for the next minute or so, and then we'll go ahead and vote.
Thadville PM asks, so Westminster, would you ever star in a superhero movie? And the answer, of course, is yes. Provided my character has gone through enough trial and travail to make the part interesting. For example, if my superhero had been molested as a child, that would be a role that I'd be willing to take on.
Oh, I also forgot. Did we ever get that written testimony from whoever?
Don't think we did.
He's
Okay.
a grown man in a skin-tight suit that shoots lasers from his eyes. It can fly, and he was molested as an 8-year-old. That's the part I would play. Any other questions? Let's see. Bone in or boneless chicken wings? Bone in. But of course, I only know that is the proper answer because of the method work that I did down south of Wales when I was playing Mama Thornton in the biopic about her. Anybody know Mama Thornton?
I feel like everything you've said so far has just been a made-up thing.
No, that's the real one. That's actually real. That's a real.
That's the one real one?
That's the one. Well, no, they're all real. Come on now, come on, you goofball.
What does
This-
trash
hey.
mean to you, Mr. Westminster?
I love your life 8 asks, are you nervous? No, that's just the cocktail drugs that I'm on, sweetheart.
And what drugs would those be?
The kind of drugs you need to get ready to play a role as complicated as a little moo cowboy.
Name 2 of them.
2 of the drugs. Name 2 of the drugs.
Alcohol and like vitamin C from CVS.
Okay, I don't feel like either of those qualify as
We
drugs.
got the testimony.
But we
They're
have some written
expired vitamin
testimony
C, they
here.
make you
And then
nervous.
shut the fuck up for a second. We are going to take a look at some written testimony here, and then we're going to go ahead and pull up a poll to determine your guilt. So let's have a look here. Voidwalker says, saw this guy at the in that movie. Let me try that again. Saw this guy in that movie. Oh brother, where you at?
God, you're
IDK,
really
if
struggling
that
with
helps.
it.
I know. I get so excited to read it. Let me try that one more time.
Yeah, take your time.
Saw this guy in that movie. Oh brother, where you at? IDK, if that helps. Well,
That sounds like if the Wayans brothers did Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
yeah, that's kind of sort of like Oz, The Wiz, kind of like if they did a urban take on a classic.
I played the racist pizza parlor owner in that film.
You want to give us a line read from that one?
Hey, where you going over there with that fat ass?
Okay, all right. Well, folks, I feel like we've heard just about enough. But if you
That was a
wanna
harrowing scene in practice. I was speaking to an African-American woman in that scene. It really speaks volumes about my character. You learn a lot about him in that one scene.
Right.
I'm in no other parts of the film, I should say.
You just say that one line
I
and
say
then
that
you're
one
done?
line and then I'm gone. It's an extreme close-up. You see the phlegm shooting out of my mouth.
Cool.
New York
All
is
right,
a
well,
dangerous place.
do you want to make a closing statement right now? Because it seems like we're nearly at a deadlock in the vote.
Let's see. So it's there right now. It's 50-50. Okay.
Yeah, this closing statement could...
Would anyone like me to do a Let's see. Anyone have any suggestions for scenes that I could do to maybe perhaps sway your vote? I can do.
I think just make a closing statement.
Stella Adler.
Go on. Too late.
Oh shit.
All right, we got his ass. Folks,
That usually works.
jurors, thank you so much for your input. You have determined that Mr. Upbraid Westminster is guilty of the
And-
crime of stealing trash.
And scene.
No, that was
That's
not
all
a
I know.
scene.
No,
No,
Judge,
this was
hey.
not a fake. This is not a movie, all right? You're
Judge.
really going away.
That was all I needed. That's perfect. In the film, I'm arrested for stealing trash. So this is exactly what I needed. Now I know exactly what this feels like. I can duplicate it perfectly on the day.
You're going to be shot out of a cannon into the sun. We're going to be taking that suggestion for a punishment. Usually I solicit that, but I'm going to take that one really quick from Katz and Baron. Thank you so much for that suggestion. Your punishment, Mr. Westminster, is to be shot out of a cannon into the sun.
Might I posit one brief inquiry as to the veracity of what's been proclaimed here?
No.
Gotta be a pretty powerful cannon to pull that off.
Yeah, well, we got that. Thank you, Mr. Westminster. You are free to go, and by free to go, I mean free to be shot out of a cannon
And where do I find this?
into the sun.
And where do I find the cannon?
Cannon's
cannon-
on the second floor.
Second floor, so you're going to take the elevator up to 2, and then down the hall. There is going to be a door there that's labeled fire escape. It's unlocked, and it just takes you outside and back onto the street. Do not go there.
Does the elevator go all the way
Past that door on the right
Right.
is the cannon that fires you into the sun. We would prefer that you go there. Do not leave the building and just walk back out on the street.
Does the elevator go all the way up to the roof, and is there a parachute lying idly by near the edge of this same roof?
Yes, we do have a safety parachute at the roof in case anybody goes up there,
Judge, I
but
recently
do not do
used
that.
the safety parachute so that if you were to pull it, a bunch of forks and knives and plates would come out of the backpack as you're falling.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I guess go either up to the roof or to the cannon that shoots you into the sun. Really, dealer's choice on this one.
Well, I guess as long as if I were to do that jump with the parachute filled with forks and spoons and various items of silverware, as long as I don't look behind me to see that the parachute is no longer there, I should be okay. It's in the turning around and looking that you run.
Hey, man, you're done. We finished with you. You gotta go. All right. Thank you.
I love you.
Turn his mic off.
Folks, they really try to take their time when they're guilty. They really want to soak in those last few moments of life, but if they really wanted that, they wouldn't have committed a crime in the first place, right, folks? Anyway, if you're just joining us, my name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and tonight we've got a series of defendants here accused of crimes that they may or may not have committed. It'll be up to you, our jurors at home, to determine whether or not they are guilty. Now, we can ask some questions as we did with that last defendant, but you can also help us get to the bottom of these cases with a variety of pieces of evidence. There's visual evidence that we'll display on this television here, and you can submit that by joining the Everything Now Show Discord. There should be a link in the chat. Submit images in the submissions section of the Discord. We might just use your image tonight in one important case. You can also call somebody to the witness stand by donating $5. In that last case, we brought Grimace to the stand. Didn't really help much. Well, actually, it did kind of help. He witnessed the defendant doing the crime. So that's about as helpful as it can get. But donate $5. Tell us who you want to put on the stand. It could be anybody, celebrity, fictional character, relative of the defendant, whomever. If you subscribe, as 2 people already have tonight, you can submit written evidence, and I encourage you to do that. And if we get 15 subscriptions over the course of the night, we'll head on down to the police station where you'll get to shoot some people. So let's try to get that. Let's try to hit that goal, 15 subs. All right, so next order of business is to get the next crime. I've misplaced my docket, and I can't remember what this next defendant stands accused of. So if you wouldn't mind, jurors, just start listing off some potential crimes here, and we'll figure out what this next defendant is accused of. Running an illegal fireworks stand of snakes and sparklers. Okay, yeah, we'll take that. It's a little long-winded. I'm gonna whittle it down to selling illegal fireworks. Thank you for that. This is social interaction. Yes, selling illegal fireworks. Now, a bottle rocket here and there, or a firecracker, that's totally fine. But when you're peddling M80s and the big one, like from, Lord of the Rings, that turns into a dragon and like flies around and shit, that, first of all, it scares the hell out of the dog. Secondly, very dangerous. Thirdly, it's illegal, not allowed, all right? This next defendant stands accused of doing just that, peddling these illegal fireworks, not just to the adult citizens of New York, but to children. And that's where we draw the line here. Defendant, please take your place at the podium, and if you wouldn't mind, state your name for the record.
It's me, Wario.
I'm sorry. I think we may have had a mix-up with your case file.
It's me, Wario.
I think something.
Remember Wario from the Nintendo cartoon in games? That's me.
All right, Mr. Musk. Mr. Musk, I have your case file here. It says you're Mr. Musk. I know who you are, sir.
You got me. I thought my disguise might help. Or at least it'd be good for a few lols.
All right, well, first of all, that's a Mario
I'm guilty
costume.
To being random.
You plead guilty? Oh, okay.
Holy shit, Judge, that was so twisted.
All right, you are lol random right now, Mr. Musk, and I'm going to need you to get lol serious for a moment because these are some serious crimes that you stand accused of. Selling fireworks, and we're already getting a boo from you've got a hostile jury that you've got to deal with now, Mr. Musk. I'm going to let you make some opening statements now regarding your crime.
First off, haters gonna hate.
Yes!
Second, I wasn't selling fireworks. I was selling my giant blowtorch flamethrower that is totally rad, totally sick nasty, and I don't see any laws against selling flamethrowers that shoot bombs.
All right.
You, sir.
Oh.
I will be you one day.
Seems like we've got some Elon stands here in the jury box as well. Now, Mr. Musk, we do have a bit of visual evidence here that I'm hoping will help clarify things, and getting a lot of boos also from the jurors. Now, jurors, please, it is your job to remain neutral until we hear the facts, and I'm sure this piece of evidence that we're about to see on the television is going to really help us get to the truth of this case. Are we ready to see that, bailiff?
Yep.
All right, let's have a look.
Oh, that's so random.
Now, what am I looking at, Mr. Musk? Because to me, this seems like it's a cat with some sort of ID, maybe a government-issued ID from some Arab country.
I can has driver's license.
Yes! Please talk about Ripple. I'm in a bad financial situation.
Oh,
Please tweet about Ripple or I will kill myself.
sarcasm loading. Sarcasm loading. It's gonna take a while. I have Asperger's,
Okay,
so
now,
you can't make fun of me.
Mr. Musk, I do think that piece of evidence, that cat was found working in one of your stalls. Now, I've noticed a few different fireworks stalls popping up around New York, sort of like Spirit of Halloween shops. And I did hear somebody say that if you hire a cat to sell things, they can't sue them because you can't sue a cat. I want to clarify that that's not true.
Dope. Sick. Where's Grimace at?
You
Bring
just
Grimace
missed him.
back.
Grimace was just here. Mr. Musk, did you hire animals to work at your fireworks stalls?
I have a bunch of animals. I call them my tech team.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
party animals.
Oh, but they work beneath you. They are scum, sir. You are the hero.
Thank you.
Mr. Musk, please. Did you bring people in here to cheer for you, sir?
Yes.
All right, well, that's not allowed in a court of law. This is supposed to be a neutral place where we can get the objective facts. And when you have people screaming about crypto and saying they're going to kill themselves if you don't tweet about something, that can
Ripple.
be a
I
problem.
need him to tweet about Ripple.
Okay,
My wife is very mad.
But what about squad goals?
what about squad goals? What does that mean to you?
You don't know what they are.
Mr. Musk, I can appreciate that you're a very wealthy man and somebody who has a lot of things on their schedule, probably not a lot of time to be stuck here in court. So I want to get back to the focus here and take a look at another piece of evidence that I'm hoping you'll be able to explain. Let's have a look. Now, what is this?
ROFL is what it is.
I'm sorry, what?
Ruffle. Rolling floor.
To me, that looked like some sort of ice cream dessert shaped like a phallus. And while it is humorous, it's
Can I get the
potentially
printout
dangerous.
of that? I want it for my office.
Someone is objecting to that. Unfortunately, we cannot print that out for your office. Someone objected to that. Now, Mr. Musk, the reason that was submitted in evidence is because people were serving those ice creams at your fireworks stands to children, all right? So not only are you trying to lure children to your fireworks stands with delicious ice cream treats, they're sexual in nature. Mr. Musk, I think, you can agree that this is a bridge too far.
I didn't think about it that way. When I married my first child,
Excuse me?
Whoa.
Grimes?
You said when I married my first child?
Grimes?
Do you know about Grimes, Joe?
I know about Grimes. Grimes is an adult, right?
She's like 12, dog.
You thought she was 12 when you married her?
I know she's 12.
I guess I don't know how old Grimes is.
I fudged some numbers.
Grimes has a birthday shake right now.
All right, you are not. No, that's Grimace.
Grimes is holy shit. Grimes is.
Oh my God, Grimace Grimes.
Whoa, we have something here.
I don't think we have anything here.
Can I get my phone?
No,
Can
we
I get
have
my phone?
we have your phone locked
Can
up.
I get my phone?
We'll give you your phone in just a minute. You have to look at this other piece of evidence. Now, oh God, hold on. What is this?
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I like that.
That's how he met Grimes, Your Honor.
I like that a lot.
This looks like some sort of anime phishing scheme. Now, I understand that this is what would appear on the display when you tried to purchase fireworks from these stands. So not only are you serving phallic ice cream to minors, you're also stealing their data with these kawaii kind of like, I don't know, anime phishing schemes.
Yeah, you're the pedophile.
Excuse me?
You're the pedophile.
I am not the pedophile. How am I the pedophile?
What's under the robe?
I'm right in front of you.
What's under the robe, dog?
My clothes?
Maybe you've got one of those dessert dishes in there.
You think I have an ice cream shaped like a penis?
Let's see the judge's penis.
Let's
show the judge's penis to me.
Okay, you guys, and thank you.
That's my first chant.
Someone is objecting, and there couldn't be better timed because I object to showing my penis to this courtroom. I don't know how that would help.
How your penis doesn't work.
Look.
It'll all be cleared and we'll move on.
Okay, the fact that my penis is very small and does not work is completely irrelevant to this case, and we're not going to keep talking about my tiny broken penis, all right? As much as you guys want me to take out my tiny broken penis and show it to the court, that's not going to help, all right? So let's forget about my tiny broken penis and get back to the case at hand here. Mr. Musk, are you on your phone right now?
Oh God, OG, this guy's so cringe.
You know what I think is cringe? The miscarriage of justice that's about to happen here if we don't get this thing back on track. Now, thank you so much, Ritz to Cat, for that subscription. I'm sure you're going to submit a very valuable piece of written evidence in a moment that's going to bring this all together. But in the meantime, I want to let some of our jurors ask you some questions, Mr. Musk. Mr. Musk, if you could focus up here, jurors in the juror box in the chat, please go ahead. If you have any questions for Mr. Musk that can maybe help get us back on track here, maybe something related to his sale of illegal fireworks, that would really help.
I love to talk to the people.
All right, go ahead. You can just start reading some questions here and answer them as much as you want. And thank you. Wow, holy shit. We Built a World. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Let us know if you want to submit written testimony as well. All right.
We have a written testimony here as well.
All right. Well, let's let Elon take a few questions and then we'll show the testimony. Go ahead, Elon. There's some questions here. It looks like GoGo Gadget is wondering what the actual fuck is wrong with you.
Well, it seems that what the problem is you could really be monetizing this court if you had the subscriptions be at a higher level and then you kick everybody else off that's watching this free stream.
You're saying that we should monetize our justice system?
That is exactly what I'm saying, my dog.
We're one step ahead of you.
That would be great. Could you imagine a criminal justice system that was somehow prohibitively expensive, that wasn't fair and favored people who had more money? We would never do something like that, Mr. Musk. Now,
imagine charging $5 to have a witness call to stand.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Here is a question from Sadville PM who wants to know why you no sell fireworks, like the meme.
The blue guy? The blue. Ah! Remember him?
Yeah.
And the car goes woo woo.
Why are you trying to
when
ruin?
The muffler goes woo woo.
Why are you trying to ruin everything? HP Loveshaft would like to know.
I don't ruin anything. I actually make things hella rad and more dope and less cringe and yeah. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I guess we'll have to see if HP Loveshaft, excuse me, accepts that as an answer.
Hold on, what is his name?
It's HP Loveshaft.
Oh God, gee, you are my dog.
Okay, I don't know how they're gonna respond to that. We do have some written testimony now, Mr. Musk, that I'm excited to see, and we are gonna be bringing a witness to the stand in just a moment. But let's see what this written testimony has to say first. Ritz the Cat says, please bring his tiny member to the court. Now,
that's on you, my dog. That's on you.
Now,
that's on you, my dog.
As I said already, my tiny broken penis is completely irrelevant to this case. I will not be taking out my tiny broken penis. If we were to find a case...
the penis out. Let's pull the penis out. Let's everybody bring his penis out. Come on, everybody. Let's do it. Yes. Oh, penis time. Yes.
He's looking at it.
Ninja.
Another great chant.
All right. Listen, I'm not, unless we have a case that is explicitly related to my tiny broken penis, I'm not taking it out, okay? And even then, I would probably just like go in the bathroom and take a photo of it and then display it on the television because I wouldn't feel comfortable just exposing myself like that in the court. Now,
You won't.
you're right. Mr. Musk, thank you, Mac Plays.
Another written testimony, Your Honor.
Or, sorry, Nyokuru, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Let us know if you have written testimony. I'm sorry, Bailiff, what'd you say?
We have more written testimony.
Okay, let's have a look at this piece of written testimony. We Built a World says, I didn't have anything prepared. I was just excited to spend cash. What if he fucked the judge's mom while selling fireworks?
Oh my God!
It's like he's doing.
Mr. Musk, you know that
got
there's
pwned.
you know that there's no basement in this court, all right?
You got pwned.
There's no
got
staircase.
pwned.
I did not get pwned.
You got
You're
pwned.
getting pwned.
You got pwned.
You look ridiculous because it seemed like you were going down some stairs when I know for a fact there's actually no stairs back there, Mr. Musk.
Of course I look ridiculous. I'm Wario.
You're not Wario, you're Mario. You have the M on your hat, you idiot. You dumb idiot. Shit, now you got the W. All right, Mr. Musk. Someone just posed a very bizarre hypothetical about you having sex with my mom at the fireworks shop, and I frankly don't want to follow that lead, but it was submitted, and so I'll have to have you on record now confirm whether or not you did engage in some sort of sexual rendezvous with my mother at the fireworks shop.
If I could be not LOL for a moment, I did. And I wanted to have a talk with you about it. When I was pulling your mom's big fat legs apart
Okay,
so that
all right.
I could stick my genitals all over the thing, it smelled so bad.
Oh, okay, we don't need these
It
details,
smelled
Mr. Musk.
so bad that I think you need to have a talk with the doctor about it.
Okay, the way that my mother's genital smells are her business, Mr. Musk, and frankly, I don't feel. Thank you, Mjorn.
You're objecting to that being her business, Judge.
Oh, you're objecting to that being her business? Well, certainly it is no business of this court, Mr. Musk.
Baller!
And so I'd like that struck from the record. Any testimony related to my
It was
mother's
like
genitals.
stinky fish! It was like stinky fish!
Do not write that down.
It was like a piece of fish. It was like stinky fish. Everybody's stinky pussy.
Fish.
And it was the judges.
It was not mine.
It
was my stinky fish. We've got Mark Zuckerberg taking the stand right now. Famed entrepreneur, tech genius, and person who was recently entered into the limelight when there was, I guess, some sort of fight planned between Mr. Musk and Mr. Zuckerberg. If you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record.
My name's Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm gonna make this piece of shit suck his own dick, Your Honor.
I already can.
Well, I can too, but I'm gonna make you do it, and you in a way when you don't want to be doing it.
Mr. Musk, step up to the podium. Mr. Musk, I need you to step up to the microphone at the podium. Mr.
Judge.
Musk. Mr. Musk. Mr. Musk, I need you to step up.
You have to
Mr.
call
Musk.
him Wario or he won't know.
Wario, hey, Wario, I need you to step up to the podium here. You got to be close to your mic so we can hear you. Now, I don't want to get
Judge
in the middle. Yes.
He's tampering with the witness. He threatened to suck my dick.
Yeah, and then you can suck my dick. 69!
No, I will not be 69ing with you, Mr. Musk. I will be fighting you, and I will be showing you your own throat.
All right, I feel like
I'm not gay or anything. I'm just being random.
And I too am capable of being random.
What do you mean? Can you show us what random means to you, Mr. Zuckerberg?
Banana.
Okay. All right. I feel like maybe there's some interpersonal beef happening here that's not related to the case. Mr. Musk.
It's a cool room you got here. Pretty
Take
sick.
it all in.
Pretty dope vibes you got here. I like the wood. Very retro.
Very
farm to table.
Okay, I don't think that's what that means. Mr. Zuckerberg,
Yes,
are there
I
any-
do have pertinent information to your case.
Great,
Judge.
if you could, give us some testimony
Well,
related to the case.
Using some new technology we have still in the patent phase, I was able to turn on every single thing that is powered by electricity that was on Mr. Musk's person at any given time. And I found that he was by illegal fireworks stands for various points of a 3-month period. And if that's not satisfying, I could, I know about you too, so maybe just play ball.
Yeah, I've been selling illegal fireworks.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Well,
Including
I mean, I
M80s,
guess.
And of course, my own patented random brand flamethrowers.
Okay, well, to me, that kind of feels like an open and shut sort of situation. Mr.
I don't know. You have to check with the jury, see how lame they are.
Yeah, we'll get some voting from the jury in just a moment here. Mr. Zuckerberg, do you have any other closing statements you'd like to add to the record?
In the time of the ancient days, thank you, we would have the richest people of the society hire people to beat the shit out of each other or fight a lion or something for their amusement.
Yeah, I did that once.
Yes. Today, society has stooped to such a low that these pathetic men, such as myself, are now going to fistfight each other because they cannot fill the gaping hole in their heart. And this month, I'm gonna fill your mouth with my fist.
And I'm gonna fill Judge's mom's pussy with whatever is in the penis.
Oh yeah, dude, me too.
All right, thank you, Mr. Zuckerberg.
Homo gay says what?
What?
He said it.
Fuck. Shit. I gotta stop falling for that. All right, Mr. Musk, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to make some closing statements now while we prepare a poll for the for the jurors to vote. Mr. Musk, the floor is now yours to make your closing statement.
Is it okay if my closing statement is me getting down? Look, I'll admit it. I took a kid in Johannesburg and brought him in front of a large crowd at Sun City, and yeah, I made him fight a lion. But there's no law saying that's illegal. I've read the Bible before. I don't believe it, but I don't think it's in there. And I definitely don't see it in the Declaration of Independence for America, because I saw it once and I bought it.
A remarkable closing statement by truly a sick and twisted man. Mr. Musk, your fate is now in the hands of our jurors, who in a moment will be voting to determine your guilt. Is there anything you want to say directly to these jurors who now hold your life in their hands?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're talking to like Mr. Mouth or something. I'm Wario, dog.
Okay. All right.
And
Wario?
you wouldn't, like that font with the kind of scratchy, you wouldn't make Wario guilty.
Oh, you're doing like the you wouldn't steal a
You
car?
wouldn't make Wario guilty, man.
You wouldn't
feed him to
download
a
a car.
lion at Sun City.
All right, the votes are coming in. I'm going to let you know now, Wario, they're not looking great for you.
Hold on, let me turn the tide of this. Oh god, turn the tide. Can you imagine?
Are you going to try to hack our poll,
Spinning it?
Mr. Musk?
No. I'm checking Dogecoin.
Yeah. What about Ripple, please? Please.
Okay. Oh, that sucks.
Oh God. Oh.
All right, that guy just killed himself.
Sorry, dog.
Let's go ahead and close out the poll. And it does appear here, Mr. Musk, the people have spoken, and they've determined that you are, close the poll, guilty of selling illegal fireworks. Mr. Musk, what do you have to say for yourself?
Guilty as charged.
Okay, well, yeah.
Well, that takes care of that.
At least you are, you know, taking credit for your crimes, and I can give you, you know, some respect for that.
So yeah, what's the thing? How
Yeah,
soon do I have to go to Sun City for this?
Let's see. Let's get some suggestions.
Is Sun City still open?
I'm not really sure. I don't go out a lot. I mainly just watch TikToks in bed with my mom. Have you seen those? I mean, my wife. Fuck.
Whoa,
Fuck.
good. Clip that.
Fuck.
Clip
Shit.
that. Clip it.
Don't clip it. How are we gonna punish this guy? Somebody, let's see. Death by old age. Okay, maybe something worse.
Respect.
One-way rocket to Mars. That's interesting. And thank you for the follow. Cartoonist strapping to a large firework. Has to use Tesla autopilot. Forced to use Tesla autopilot indefinitely until the inevitable happens. Mr. Musk, you have been sentenced to a term of an indefinite amount of time of using your own Tesla autopilot until it inevitably crashes you headfirst into a semi-truck.
Hold up. Before you bang that hammer down, is your penis so weird because you put it in your mom's nasty vagina?
No, it's just weird because that's how it is. All right. Case closed. Case closed. Get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here, Musk. Piece of shit. Talking about my weird dick. It's not even that weird. It's just small and doesn't work. All right, folks. I don't think that's weird. I think a lot of men of my age suffer from very similar problems with erectile dysfunction.
My dick's huge and works fine.
Okay. I mean, I don't know them, but I know that it's a thing. All right, folks. That's 2 guilty defendants back to back. It seems like we've reached a little bit of a hot streak here, and although it pains me to see crime rampant in New York, it makes me feel good that we're putting these people away. We're going to bring in another defendant here in just a moment, but first I'd like to thank everybody who's submitted evidence, either visually in our Discord, written testimony. We've had some wonderful written testimony already. Did we miss a piece of written testimony in that last trial?
Just a couple things.
Okay. If you submitted written testimony for that last trial and we didn't show it, I apologize, and you can submit some new written testimony for this next trial. But if you'd like to submit written testimony, you haven't already, please subscribe. We're now only 5 subs. We're 2/3 of the way there to hitting our goal. We're only halfway through. Let's try to hit it right now. You know? Let's try to get these last 5 subs right now, and then we'll head on down to the police station for some much-needed firearms training. But, of course, you can also call a witness to the stand for $5. We had Mark Zuckerberg on the stand just a moment ago. That was exciting stuff. If you want to bring anybody you like to the witness stand, donate $5. Let us know who you want. Okay, folks, doesn't seem like those 5 subs are coming in, so we're going to go ahead and figure out our next defendant and the crime they stand accused of. So if you wouldn't mind, jurors, please start listing crimes, and we will figure out which crime this next defendant stands accused of. Ate a banana without peeling it first. Smuggling penguins. Unironically enjoyed Chili's fajita plate. Selling CBD. Public indecent proposal. Deluxe murder. Illegal parking. Farted. Passing the evil boof. Pooped a little. Credit card fraud. Yelp flirting. Whoa. Yelp flirting. I guess that's just like using apps that aren't dating apps as dating apps.
You waited on me at this Chili's.
That's
You had blonde hair and a cute attitude.
That sounds like a misconnection.
Yeah, that's more of misconnections than flirting.
Then they respond and then you're flirting.
Okay, sort of a.
That's how I met my wife.
Tied a woman to a railroad track. We're gonna go with that one. A classic crime, but one that is still illegal. Now, the whimsy of such a crime does not negate the fact that it's illegal, dangerous, and against our morals here in New York. Thank you, Splorg8, for reminding me of the heinous crime for which this next defendant stands accused. Yes, tying a woman up on a railroad track. Now, we all know it's dangerous to the woman, but what a lot of people don't think about is that it's also dangerous for the train. Getting all that squishy woman guts all over the wheels and stuff, it's gross. It gets all over the place. It's kind of spooky and scary for the guy driving the train. It's a mess for everyone involved, and that's why we've decided to make it illegal here in our jurisdiction. So this next defendant stands accused of tying a woman to a railroad track, but it'll be up to you, our jurors at home, to help us determine whether or not they are in fact guilty of that crime. Defendant, please take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Hey, Judge, I'm so happy to be here. This is so cool. My name's Donnie Pasta. I'm visiting from out of town.
Donnie Pasta. Well, welcome to
I'm on my first vacation.
Your first vacation.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm sorry we've had to sour it by bringing you into court for such a heinous crime.
Hey, you know, to me, this is all part of the vacation. I'm in a new place. I'm having a new experience.
Well, I appreciate that optimistic perspective, Mr. Pasta, and I'm hoping that this was all one big misunderstanding. So maybe we can start by you telling me your version of the events that took place on that fateful day.
Well, Judge, I think this is a plumb misunderstanding. I was walking past the train tracks, and I was going, wow, look at this place, and I was taking pictures of it, and I was going, we don't have cars this big at home. And I was remarking to strangers about what a crazy thing going here. Suddenly this woman gets clean flattened by this train. And the train keeps going by, and on the other side of the track there's police officers. They keep, as soon as the train clears, the police officers look over, see this completely flattened, crushed woman, and there I am, standing on the other side of the track. And they assume it's me. But it's a classic mistaken identity, Judge.
I see. So you're saying that the woman was already tied to the track when you made it to the scene. Now, we do have a piece of visual evidence that was discovered at the scene that may help to add some context to this story and tie together some loose ends. Bailiff, are we ready to take a look at that?
2 seconds.
All right, we're getting that prepared now. Let's have a look. Now, to me, this seems to be some sort of
Nerf knife.
Yeah, but it's also a gun. Like it has it's got a trigger and like a chamber here, but it's mostly like a sword. So
It's like Leon's weapon from Final Fantasy.
it's kind of like Leon's weapon from Final Fantasy.
Wow.
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
You guys use all these big city terminology. I don't know what any of Final Fantasy. I don't know if that's a law term or something, but that's above my pay grade.
Well, that weapon was discovered at the scene of the crime. Now, did you notice on the woman any signs of maybe lacerations from a Nerf knife, or perhaps some, like bullet wounds from Nerf bullets?
One thing I remember noticing about her after the fact is, do you remember Newman from Seinfeld in Space Jam when he was all flat?
I've only ever seen TikToks with my wife in bed.
This must have made it to TikTok. You understand
I guess
the
I've probably
concept
seen
I'm
some
talking
clips.
about.
Yeah.
She looked like that. She looked all flat and wide.
I see. Okay. Well, that's probably because the train ran her over.
Yeah, so I didn't see that. I mean, that weapon, yeah, look, the guys found it right by me. But again, I was like, I'm just walking around here. I'm just taking in the big city.
I see. And Mr. Pasta, what else have you done in New York City? Do you have maybe any alibis, other things that you did during the day that could prove that you were actually touring the city?
Well, I went to go to Jonks Mountain, but the line was so long, so I decided, well, I guess I can't do that. So then I got in a lift with this very sad Greek guy who was like he seemed really depressed. And he said, a hot car? And he took me, he took me to this bar where I got lunch, and I don't know if anyone could vouch for me there, but
probably not. That bar's become very unpopular for some reason.
Yeah. After that, I just kind of walked around the city, and I was kind of like, just in my little sunshine, and everything was great. It was a really fun time.
So you tried to go to Jonks Mountain, didn't end up going in there, got into a cab, went to a bar, and that was basically it.
Yeah, and then I wandered around the city. I saw all the cool sights and pretty little, just like, it's such a big town.
It is the big city, the big orange, but we've got some more visual evidence here that I'm hoping is going to really crack this case wide open. Let's have a look. Now, what am I looking at here?
What, you don't understand what this is?
Is that some sort of skincare routine?
That was what I went to what we would call like a CVS. I guess you guys have something different for it. And there was a man out front who was like, you don't need to waste your time with all that. I got a thing that'll clear your skin right up. And then he taped my head up a bunch. And then he peeled it all off of me. And I guess my pores were clear after.
Yeah, you look great now, to be totally honest.
Thank you.
I was going to ask what your routine was, but that doesn't seem particularly comfortable.
Now it's clear tape.
Judge, we have some written testimony as well.
Wonderful. Let's have a look at this written testimony. I feel like we're right on the edge of figuring out what exactly happened here. Maybe this will clear that up. Sheldon B. 2020 says, sucks at hiding the evidence.
Hiding?
Interesting.
Judge,
it sounds like...
The only thing I'm hiding is nothing. I set that up and I realized I'm not hiding anything. I'm an open book, Judge. I'm on vacation. It's my first time out of my small town. I have to call my mom every 5 hours and let her know how I'm doing, that everything's safe, that I'm okay, that no one's after me, that I can go to the city and not have any problems and it's gonna be fine. One day maybe I can move out of that town and into the big city.
Well, I'd love to speak to your mom because she sounds like she would have been a great witness and potential alibi since you've been in contact with her so much, but we'll see if anyone brings them to the witness stand. In the meantime, Mr. Pasta, I'm going to give the jurors an opportunity to ask some questions directly to you now. So jurors in the jury box, if you have any questions for Mr. Pasta, go ahead and ask them now. Mr. Pasta, I'm going to let you answer those questions directly for a moment.
Okay.
Jurors, go ahead. If you have questions for Mr. Pasta, now's the time to ask them.
Does your family know you tie women to railroad tracks? I don't tie no one to nothing. The only thing I'm tying is a balloon around my wrist so I can walk around with even more whimsy as I go about my day. You into bondage? No, but it sounds like... There's a part of me that's like, I could maybe.
I mean, you just did mention that one of your things that you like to do is tie stuff to yourself.
Well, just like a little balloon. It's fun. It's joyous. But that's besides the point.
Here's an interesting question from juror Heartbreaker766 who wants to know, was it a busy railway?
Well, I thought it was very kind of scenic and picturesque. Long, sprawling tracks off the main road. But then a big train came by. So I don't know how often. I was only there for maybe half an hour.
Hey, Judge, have you noticed this guy's got a huge rack?
That's a shirt, bailiff. That's a t-shirt. That's not his, those aren't his breasts. That's a t-shirt.
Hold on, I'm taking a closer look.
It's a shirt.
It's a spray-on shirt.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Did I know the woman who was tied to the tracks?
Judge, I'm looking at it. I'm getting hard. I think it's real.
All right, well, you know, don't have to brag about it, you know. Just because you can get hard, we don't have to all talk about that.
And I did.
Okay. You said you did know the woman who was tied to the track. No, I saw that. We had an actually very, very critical question here. Thank you so much. It all costs money. This juror wanted to know whether you knew the woman who was tied to the track. And you said you did. Who was she? Who was she to you, more specifically?
Well, she was just a girl about town.
Okay, well, it seems like you don't know her then. That's a very sort of ambiguous, vague answer.
Okay, Judge. You caught me. This is all a ruse.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
I'm not a guy on vacation.
What the fuck?
He's a guy with big real tits.
This was all.
Bailiff, those are not real tits.
And
this
was not part of my costume. This is my regular outfit.
But it is a shirt, right?
Yes, but the rest of this was a costume. This is not. This is what I wear in my day-to-day.
But the other sunglasses and the hat.
Yes. Okay, pal, you caught me. I knew the woman. She was a college co-ed, and all the boys around town knew her, and I was jealous because I live at the top of that. You know that one hill where you get to the top and everything turns blue and it's cloudy?
Oh yeah, the one where the road kind of just like ends and then yeah.
I live up there, and I'm always looking, and there's this girl that all the 5 guys with the biggest chests you've ever seen who play football together and ride one long bicycle together. She's always talking to them. Why them? Huh? Why them with the 5 guys on one bicycle? Why not me? The guy who when you look at me from my window, I'm completely blue. I'm completely blue like I'm drawn differently somehow. Why not me?
Don't you pick on the Dover boys?
You mean
You leave the
drawn
Dover boys alone.
differently?
Why?
Anyway, okay, so this was a crime of passion, of jealousy. It sounds like.
Yes. I asked her out. I said, "Do you want to go drink one big milkshake with 2 straws?" My plan was that we would keep drinking the milkshake till there was none left. Then the straws would connect. Then we would drink the squeezing of the straws. We would end up slurping the straws all the way through and then kissing each other.
That's really cute, actually.
Yes.
I don't think it would work, but the idea is adorable.
Judge, at my conceit, I am a guy who just wants to be adorable, but I can't be.
Because you look like a weird
freak.
freak. Yeah, you do look like a weird freak. And trust me, I know what it's like to be a weird freak because on account of my weird penis. And let me tell you, I've never tied a woman to a railroad track for that reason, Mr. Pasta, if that is your real name.
Yes, my name is Donnie Pasta. That's
so you got in you put on a disguise and then used your real name?
Yes. No one checks up on me at the top of the hill. No one would have thought.
Judge, I gotta update the case file.
You're updating the case file?
Yeah, take a look.
Let me see here. On vacation, it still just says on vacation. On vacation, question mark, because we're not sure.
I'm not on vacation.
Okay.
I was born and raised in this town.
Oh.
For generations, we've been up at the top of that hill.
So your whole family lives up there?
Yeah, it's me and my mom. We watch TikTok together.
Word, I know what that's like. Well, Mr. Pasta, it does seem like you've fully admitted to the crimes here. You killed a co-ed because you were jealous that she wanted to fuck 5 guys on a bicycle instead of you. But technically, this isn't over until the jury votes, and so, you know, I guess I can give you the opportunity to explain yourself, to maybe sway the jurors that this was all a big misunderstanding or that, you know, it was deserved for some reason.
Judge, I'd like to petition for manslaughter charges, if I could explain why.
Oh, you want to bring it down from murder to manslaughter?
Yes. You see, in my head, Judge, those 5 burly men on the one bicycle, I had timed it so they would be getting back from choir practice. They also sing in the exact same pitch, all 5 of them. And I timed it so that they would be biking back from choir practice just in time to see her. I thought maybe they would save her, and then she would have a moment where she goes, "What's this guy's deal?" And I could say, "I'm just a fucked up guy. My shit's so fucked up. No one likes me. I live at the top of that mountain, and if you gave me a kiss, maybe I'd turn unblue. Maybe I wouldn't be blue. I would have rosy cheeks and be sweet. And maybe all 7 of us could go do something sometime."
So the idea was that you would try to kill her, she would be saved by these 5 men, see you for how pathetic you really are, and then go on a date, I guess, out of pity for you?
Yes,
but
I
with
would,
the other 5 guys?
I would be like, it's like if Snow White, or who's the Sleeping Beauty? It's like if Sleeping Beauty needed to get the kiss from Prince Charming. So rather than sit on her ass, she actually took some initiative and tied Prince Charming to railroad tracks so that Prince Charming's 5 burly-chested men would rescue him, and then he would go, "What's going on with Sleeping Beauty over here?" I was taking some initiative, Judge. And if taking initiative is a crime, then I am guilty.
All right, well, yes. You're guilty. Totally normal. Will, please join the Discord and head on over to the submissions channel if you want to submit evidence, and we could really use it. So thank you. And for anybody who's new here, join the Discord, submit images in the submissions channel. We might display it here on the television.
Do you know why I do this, Judge?
Because you're like a weird, pathetic freak who wanted to fuck a co-ed?
Because nobody else will. I'm talking about twiddling my mustache.
Oh, okay.
I just want a nice gal wearing wearing a sweater that has like a G on it or something to just come give my mustache a little twirl, then I would float up 4 feet off the ground.
This is getting very specific, Mr. Pasta. This is social interaction brought up a great point, which is that in your attempt to bring your case down from a voluntary murder to an involuntary manslaughter, you described premeditation, where you plan this entire thing out seemingly to the moment. including orchestrating an entire scenario where 5 other people were involved. And so,
Judge, I
don't
planned
see...
saving her. I planned staging a rescue for her. I didn't plan her murder. If you're planning a murder, that's one thing. But if you're planning an elaborate ploy where 5 identically burly-chested men who all sing in the same pitch save her, that's not murder. That's premeditated scheme. Is scheming a crime, Judge?
Now
What's the
this-
punishment for scheming?
Well, technically, yeah, conspiracy to commit a crime is its own crime. But listen, it's an interesting point and one that I hadn't considered. So I think we're going to get the poll up now for our jurors to vote. But if you want to make some closing statements now, go ahead.
Listen, I'm a simple man who lives at the top of a hill there's always a thunderstorm every time. Doesn't matter what the weather's like at any other part of the town. I've only known that house and that cold house. I was homeschooled there. My mom, she would try to teach me best she could, but we would always just end up watching TikToks together. My dad looks exactly like me, but is a little bit bigger and has like more like tired stuff on his face. And he hates me. I just wanted to get a nice lady friend who would maybe twiddle my mustache sometimes, or who we could ride a tandem bicycle together. And I plotted an elaborate scheme in which she would be rescued by 5 other men, and that would actually bring her to me in a roundabout way. And you know what? I don't regret it. Do I regret seeing her flattened like Newman from Space Jam? Yes. I'll never be able to unsee that, and I think that's punishment enough. That every time I close my eyes now, I see flat Newman. And that to me is a pain I'll never be able to escape.
You don't have to, I'm sorry, you don't have to get emotional, Mr. Pasta. If this is too much for you to talk about, then...
I'm in it.
Yeah, bro.
I'll never be able to unsee flat Newman, but girl, that's my life now. Please, let me go back up to my always storming mountain.
We're
Let
gonna
me
close
be
the
with
poll.
my mother.
Close the poll. I'm sorry to cut you off, Mr. Pasta, but the people have spoken and they have decided, close the poll for real, that you are guilty of tying a woman to a railroad track. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
This is bullshit.
All right, well,
This is fucked.
Hey.
I don't know what to tell you, man. That's how the system works in this jurisdiction, and now all that's left to do is for our jurors to decide what your punishment will be. So, jurors, if you wouldn't mind, please suggest
We
a
didn't even get
punishment
into
that fits the
her
crime.
character. If she, like, maybe she could have avoided it. Whatever, I don't care.
Here's some
I live in
suggestions.
perpetual prison anyway.
Get a train on him by the 5 co-conspirators. Tie, Jesus Christ. Time to a
I
railroad
can't stress
track.
enough, Judge. They have pencil-thin waists and the biggest chests you've ever seen. It is crazy. Their measurements would be like 1,506. They are the craziest guys you've ever seen.
Nobody wants to tussle with the Dobo Boys. of
Nobody
Texas
wants to
University.
tussle with them.
All right, well,
Certainly not me. I just plan elaborate ruses to try to steal their girls.
well, we're not going to have you do that. It seems like a pretty even split right now of people who want you to have a train run on you by these 5 guys and people who want you to be tied to that same railroad track. I believe in an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and therefore your punishment will be, Mr. Pasta, to be tied to the very same railroad track and be squished like Flat Newman.
You're gonna Flat Newman me?
You're gonna get Flat Newmaned.
Wait a minute. This might be good. Maybe me and that gal can be Flat Newmans together. The Dover boys don't want anything to... I mean, those 5 burly men with... I don't remember their name. They don't want anything to do with her anymore. Because she's Flat Newman now. But now, here's me, another Flat Newman guy, and maybe we can live happily ever after. By God, I'm gonna get my happy ending.
Nah, you're gonna get squished and die.
And this
All
is
right.
the 11th minute of the Chuck Jones cartoon. And that's when I go, oh, and everything works out for us. All right, take care. What floor do I go to?
Second floor, past the fire escape that just lets you back out onto the street and into...
That's the runabout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get out of... Don't go through there. Door on the left. There's
Oh, is
gonna
this
be-
the room that... There's one of those, what are those things, the revolving doors?
Yeah.
And you go in it really fast, and you can either be spit out into the room I have to go to, or back out onto the street?
That's the one.
All right, I'll go charge full speed into that revolving door.
Perfect. Thanks so much,
Are you take
Mr.
care.
Pasta. Take care. All right. Well, I guess don't take care. Get hit by a train. Folks, that's 3 for 3 on the night for guilty defendants. There seems to be
The system works, Judge.
The system works. But there seems to be some sort of crime spree happening here in New York, and although I am happy to see these people getting the punishment they deserve, it does pain my heart to see so much crime being committed here in New York. I guess that's just the way the crookie crumbles. Crookie, like a villain.
Holy shit.
Let's say that one was on purpose. Folks, if you're new here, and it seems that many of you are from the follows, first of all, thank you so much for following. Join the Discord, submit some evidence. We might just use yours tonight. Bailiff, let's prioritize the new people's evidence. We've also...
Okay.
Thank you. We've also got only 5 subscriptions remaining until we hit our goal. If you're new here, you're really gonna enjoy a trip down to the police station for some shooting practice. So let's get those subs in. 5 more subs, we can do it. We'll head on down, we'll hit our goal, and we'll head on down to the police station for some firearm training, which is always a lot of fun. And for $5, you can bring a witness to the stand. Didn't get a witness during that last trial, didn't seem to need one. And then, of course, if you subscribe and help us hit our goal, you will get an opportunity to submit some written testimony during tonight's proceeding. So that's how it works. The next order of business here is to get our next crime. It's nice how these guys keep admitting to crimes. Yeah, that does seem to be a general trend here in the New York Superior Court. But perhaps this next defendant will be more shrewd. We'll have to find out. So go ahead, jurors, please suggest some crimes. Remind me what crime this next defendant stands accused of. Put a kick me sign on a cop's back, parking on the sidewalk, buying beer on a Sunday, serial litterer, farting up a storm, overwatering the garden, flung poo at a pedestrian, streaming on kick, punching a puppy in the face, yikes, smelt it but didn't dealt it, voting, speeding, didn't clean in his room, diarrhea in the handicap stall, attempting to overthrow the local constabulary. Constabulary. That's
Maybe
the cops.
Can kind of keep us updated on what that means.
That's like the cops, right? Like the constable.
Yeah.
Trying to overthrow the police. We'll take that from It All Costs Money. Thank you so much, It All Costs Money, for reminding me that this next defendant stands accused of trying to overthrow the New York Police Department. Our boys in blue, and thank you, Josie Roses, for the follow. Yes, our boys in blue, those protecting the rights of all of us proud New Yorkers who we all love and respect. They can do no wrong, and therefore it is a crime in this jurisdiction to try to overthrow our police department. That's what this next defendant stands accused of. Seeming like we're getting some premeditated not guilties from the jurors, but we'll see what happens. This may be our first not guilty of the night. In any event, this next defendant stands accused of trying to overthrow our police department, and it will be up to you, our jurors, to decide whether or not they're guilty. Defendant, please take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Pinos!
I'm sorry. What?
Pinos!
What are you saying?
It's Pinos!
It's Pinos!
Your name is Pinos?
Pinos.
Pinos.
The Omnipotent.
Pinos the Omnipotent.
Pinos!
Pinos!
Accused of the crime of overthrowing our local police department. Pinos.
First things first, Judge. I must admit, I did try to overthrow the police department.
Okay, well that to me feels like a...
But, am I bound by man's law? Au contraire, for I am Pinos!
Love you, Pinos. You look great.
Pinos!
Did you find those glasses on a railroad track by any chance?
I found them in my castle.
Oh, they're in your all right.
On the mound of the gods.
We're going to have to, and we're getting some very interesting spam in the chat right now. We're going to have to, first of all, get rid of that. And secondly, Mr. Pinos, you say that you should not be bound by the laws of man. Could you maybe tell me which jurisdiction or law book you should be bound by?
Oh, my pet, I will explain everything. I am Pinos, the Omnipotent. I live on the mound. Yes! I live on the mound of the gods, right next to the mountain of the gods. You see, there are gods for all sorts of things, and I am the god of impotence.
Wait a minute. You're the god that makes people's dicks not work?
That is correct. There's a god for everything.
Why would you do that to people?
Well, you must have been a naughty boy by that guilty face of yours.
No, I'm a good boy. I'm a judge. I'm a good boy. My dick should work.
Your dick should work, but it does not.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, Pinos?
That's thanks to Pinos, the Omnipotent.
Why did you do that, Pinos? I feel like there's a lot of really nice people out there who I don't give a fuck what his name is. You know what? I'm supposed to stay focused on the case at hand. Pinos, you are accused of overthrowing the New York Police Department. Now,
Yes, I did that, yes.
why? Why did you do that?
Because I am the Omnipotent. I should have all power. I decided to have a parade in my honor in some small rinky-dink town. What is this place?
This is now York City.
No, I declare it Pinos Town!
No. This is not Pinos Town. This is not Pinos Town, okay? This is now York City. We're not calling this Pinos Town.
So they said, well, you shan't have a parade today. And I say, well, I will overthrow you, for I am Pinos the Omnipotent, and I think I was rather successful.
Judge, we're getting word that real estate values in the town have tripled.
They've tripled. Why?
Because it's Pinos Town now.
The value of the town
You
is
ask
going up?
why, my pet. You're so foolish. They've tripled. They will quadruple. They will go 1,000,000 times larger, for this is the land of Pinos now.
All right, listen, Pinos. We've got a rule of law here, and every.
No. You have my law now.
Well, what are your laws, Pinos? What laws do we live under now, Pinos?
I don't know, gentlemen. What are your laws?
Well, I'll tell you what. In our jurisdiction, we use...
My jurisdiction.
Okay, well, here we use evidence.
Would you please refer to me as Your Honor?
I will do no such thing. You are a defendant, I am the judge, and we've got visual evidence here that I'm very confident is going to clear all of this up in just a moment. Bailiff, do we have that prepared?
1 second.
All right.
Judge, our economy's skyrocketing right now.
Well, you know...
We have like 4 rival gin distilleries suddenly.
A more beneficent version of Amazon is moving its factory over here.
Okay,
We
listen.
have our own shoe factory now, Judge. We make shoes for the town.
Everyone's paid very well.
Yes.
This can't all just be because there's a guy named Pinos running everything now.
It's Pinos!
All right, Pinos. Bailiff, do we have the evidence?
Yeah.
All right. Pinos, this piece of evidence, this piece of visual evidence that I'm about to display on the television, I think is going to clear all of this right back up.
I'm so
and
excited.
going to make it clear that you are at fault. Let's have a look. Okay, all right.
That is the kind of jest that you'll see in Pinos Town moving forward.
What is that? That's a road sign that says "Expect Head." What does that mean?
Expect head.
What does that mean? Why are those up around town right now?
DS,
Yes.
Judge.
It is like what I do to my sister, Falopia, and what she does to me.
Excuse me? Are you say? Wait, hold on. You're saying that you are doing oral sex on your sister?
That is correct.
It's very common with gods, Judge. Look at any kind of mythology.
We're all related. I fucked my
Right,
brother
that's my
Anos,
point.
too.
You're all related. That's not...
Zeus had sex with his daughter or something. Had a baby out of
Okay.
his daughter. I don't know.
That was actually, it's not Zeus per se, but what you perceive to be Zeus, the daughter is I.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Listen, Pinos.
Was that confusing?
No. This all makes perfect sense to me.
I'm tracking 100%.
I would love to... You. So
I
you
just
live...
switched out my genitals. Like you wish you could. Because they don't work and they're useless. And I had my way with my father. Pinos!
All right. Man,
If you're
I
lucky,
wish...
I may have my way with you.
I would rather not. Listen,
Doctor!
you live in a castle, Pinos. Do you have a staff? Do you have other people? Maybe perhaps someone, a witness that we could bring to the stand, or somebody who could maybe speak to your character?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Everyone can speak to Pinos' character. And Pinos!
Pinos,
Can we have you take half a step back so that you're on mic?
Okay.
It's like 3 steps back.
You got it, my
Right on
Pinos.
that T.
What's your name?
You're even farther away from the mic, Pinos.
Bailiff.
I'm the bailiff.
Bailiff, what's your name?
Me?
Yes.
Bailiff Stew.
I declare you King Stew
Oh, hell yeah.
of
Okay, that
the
is a
4th
meaningless
quadrant
title.
of Pinostown, the northeast.
Pinos, I need you to stand on that little green T that's right under your
I don't
feet.
know what the T is.
Just look down. Look down. There's a little mark. Just stand right on that.
Right there?
That's perfect.
I think he was so.
How does it look?
That looks great.
Yes, Pinos!
Okay. Pinos, can you give me a specific person in your life, other than your dad who you have sex with, that can speak to your character? Somebody who knows you better than, some of these adoring fans who seem to just worship anything you say.
I would have to say my brother Anos.
Your brother, what's his name?
Anos.
Anos. And he could speak to your character?
He can speak to my character inside and outside.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, we'll see whether or not somebody donates $5 to put Anos on the stand. But in the meantime, I'm going to give an opportunity to some of our jurors to ask you some questions, Pinos. And you're
Oh,
gonna
I
go
love
ahead.
questions.
All right, jurors, if you have any questions for Pinos, go ahead and ask them now.
I feel like I'm on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, thank you, Katz and Baron.
Thank you, Katz
for
and
the,
Baron, for the subscription.
Great. Go ahead, ask some questions for Pinos. Here's one from HP Love Shaft who wants to know, why do you like monarchies? Why do you like monarchies if you were down with taking down cops?
Very prudent question. I will make you a knight. And I deal with monarchies all the time because a monarchy without greed or without war is quite a lovely thing. I get all the gold and I share it with everyone because I am a nice person. Pinos!
All
We're
right.
going to have a grand orgy.
Pinos, one of our...
What year was this town settled?
That's a great question, actually. I'm not familiar
That shall
with
be
that
the day of
history.
the orgy. Pinos!
1802.
1802. All right, that's canon. El Nazaire would like to know, where is your church and how do I worship? What are the practices of the Pinos religion?
I don't really have a religion. I appreciate the love, and I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, kind of do whatever you want.
Sort of like
I don't really care.
sort of like a vibes-based religion.
It's vibes. You're giving off very bad vibes.
Well, frankly, I'm still kind of upset that you made my dick not work.
Well, maybe Anos will show up and give you diarrhea. He's the god of diarrhea.
Okay, well, I'm very excited to meet Anos. Hopefully we get somebody to bring him on the stand. But in the meantime, we are going to be taking a look at another piece of very important visual evidence. Now,
Before we do that, we have written testimony.
oh, wonderful. Okay, Pinos, we've got some written testimony here from a witness that I'm sure is going to help get us back on track.
Ooh, goody.
Let's have a look. Katz and Baron says, I saw Pinos doing something inappropriate with a swan outside the police department.
Inappropriate by your laws or by Pinos' laws?
I assume they are by our laws. Now, what is it that you were doing with the swan, Pinos?
I was having sex with it.
Okay, well, I kind of figured.
Yeah. But the swan loved it. I switched out my genitals to swan genitalia, like a gentleman. And then I had my way with the swan, and the swan orgasmed 3 times.
Well,
Actually.
I don't know if that is bad. I
It's
guess
not
I guess
bad.
it's like
This is
really
you're thinking
weird.
in a very myopic way.
now-
You're thinking about man's laws, and that's just not what we do anymore, my pet.
Okay, can you stop calling me my pet? I am the honorable Judge Learned Hand.
Quiet, pest.
We got
Okay.
that visual evidence for you.
We've got some
You be a
visual
pet or a
evidence.
pest. I think it's best you make a choice.
Listen, we've got visual evidence. Now that last one with the sign that said head, get head or whatever.
Yes.
This is going to be much more serious than that, Pinos. This piece of visual evidence, I'm sure, is going to sort of, get us where we need to be and potentially solidify your fate. So let's have a look.
All right.
And now this looks like a sad dog with a wallet.
I wonder what I could do to cheer that little mutt up.
Are you familiar with that dog?
No. I've seen dogs of that type.
You're not gonna have sex with that dog, are you?
Would it be bad if I did?
I don't know. I'm very confused now. All of what I thought I understood about human, really any type of sexual relation, has been completely turned on its head by this conversation.
Bailiff, bring me ale.
Bailiff,
bring me some ale.
You can't drink in here. Thank you, Exploring with Pat, for the subscription. Why did we...
Pinos!
Tina's brother, yeah, hell yeah, dude.
That's your king.
Okay,
now.
I just want to remind everybody that we're now only 2 subscriptions away from hitting our goal, so let's get those in. And Pinos, if we have any other questions for you from the jurors, I'll go ahead and jurors. Oh, here's one. What would it take to cure this is a great question. Thank you so much, Sadville PM. What would it take to cure the judge's impotence?
Maybe feeding me ambrosia.
Feeding you
go
ambrosia?
for some ambrosia right now.
I don't know if we have that, but what we do have, Pinos, is someone you may recognize, a family member of yours, the one and only Anos.
Anos!
Anos is taking the witness stand. If you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record.
Hello, Judge. It's me, Anos. What's up, baby?
Have some ale, Anos.
Okay, thank you very much. How we all doing?
Well, frankly, not very well, Anos. Things have gone a little bit off the rails.
You're shitting yourself lately, Judge? That's me if you are. That's on me.
I am shitting myself, but I think it was just because I had bad pad thai, not because
No, it
I was
isn't,
cursed.
Judge.
Fuck.
Who made you have the pad thai? What in your brain compels you to go eat bad pad thai? That's me, brother. I'm
We'll
in
do
there.
something about the pad thai so there's nobody to blame the next time you shot.
Yes.
All right, Anos, we brought you in here as a character witness to speak to the character of your brother, Pinos. If you wouldn't mind, please, can you tell us a little bit about Pinos, maybe some anecdotes from your childhood that might speak to his character?
Well, I think we've cleared up. He's the god of the flaccid penis. I'm the god of diarrhea. My name's Anos. Right? We've got all that.
Yeah, that much we've pretty much covered. That's about all we know right now.
That's canon.
Growing up, we would always mess around by the creek. We'd always be skipping rocks. We'd always have a good time together. I don't know. He was a great guy. I thought he was a fun older brother. I learned so much about life, and we would always make people shit themselves and midway through sex go flaccid.
So you guys are a couple of merry pranksters, it sounds like.
We were, and Judge, you notice these beads in my hand? It ain't a necklace, Judge.
Okay, I
it
had
ain't
a
a
feeling.
necklace.
Beautiful beads.
They're beautiful, and they ain't a necklace.
Okay, Anos, is there anything specifically relevant to the case at hand which involves trying to overthrow our city's police department that you might be able to add to the record?
Judge, I could add one thing to the record right now. ACAB, baby.
Okay, well, that's very disrespectful. So is this Anos person the man behind the issues, my issues, or rather the issues of my behind? Kevin would like to know.
What? Yes. What?
What are your thoughts on IBS?
I make it happen.
Okay. Well, that's pretty
That's my whole shit! I make people have watery bowel movements that hurt.
Great. Well,
my man.
There's a different guy for constipation. I fucking hate him.
There's a god of constipation?
I'll swing at him if I see him.
He's like the opposite of you.
I would swing at him right away if I saw him. Just like there's a god of making you hard as a rock. And Pinos does not fuck with that guy. Nor should he.
Well, Anos, thank you so much for your testimony. I'm going to let you go now. We've actually just hit our goal. Thank you so much to everybody who contributed to that.
Thanks to Pinos!
No. Thanks to Katzenbaron for the subscription.
Katzenbaron, I make you a demigod.
A demigod,
Now
wow.
you can make people over-salivate.
That is quite the gift to bestow, Pinos.
There's a man in town named Creative Steve who wishes people, he says good morning every day. What could he be the god of?
Oh, let's see.
King of.
Maybe Booger.
Great.
Booger.
Creative Steve is now the king of booger. All right, god of booger. Great. All right, so
Demigod.
if
Let's
you
not get crazy
let's
here.
yes, let's rein it in. God help us if we were to get a little bit too crazy in here. All right. If you have any written testimony, those of you who just subscribed, thank you so much. We're about to wrap up this particular case, and so if you want to submit written testimony, do it now. Pinos, I'm going to let you make your closing remarks here, and then we're going to vote.
Thanks, Pinos. It smells like, diarrhea in here. So I'm ready to get back into the beautiful, clear airs of Pinostown. Look, we are not talking about if I am guilty or not. For I am Pinos. I am not bound by man's laws, and thus the trial should be thrown away.
Judge, for what it's worth, we just have a thriving new art center.
We have a thriving new art center?
Yeah, since we called it Pinos Town.
Oh my god, the city is flourishing under Pinos. Okay.
Making efforts to work with underprivileged kids who don't have access to that kind of thing.
They're doing Gentlemen Prefer Blondes this month.
That sounds really lovely, actually. Okay, I'm seeing we might have some written testimony here. Bailiff, is that ready to go?
Yeah, let's find out. Well, it's not ready to go. I'm gonna look for you.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I found it.
Pinos, it seems that you've won over much of our jurors, but ultimately the vote will tell us.
We got 2 pieces of written testimony. Do them quick.
Okay, we've got 2 pieces of written testimony. We're gonna look at that and then we'll vote. Let's have a look.
Pinos!
Okay, that was, thank you, Nyokuru. We've got a 3rd piece of written testimony. Okay, well that first one was not particularly helpful, if I'm being totally honest. I'm sure this next one is going to be much more relevant and clarifying for the case. Let's have a look. Son of a... Okay, well, I guess...
Pinos!
At least there's a little bit more meat on the bone for that one. Thank you, Nyokuru, for your 2 wonderful pieces of evidence. And now we've got a 3rd piece of testimony that I am sure is going to tie all of this together succinctly in a way that will wrap it all up. Let's have a look. No snitching. Okay. Thank you, Exploring with Pat. Seems like it kind of defeats the whole point of submitting testimony if you're going to not snitch, but we will use it nonetheless. Pinos, we're gonna now vote to determine your guilt. If you are found guilty, what will that make you feel?
That will make me feel nothing, because I'm not bound by man's laws.
Is it your birthday? I noticed that you're wearing a hat that says happy birthday, or like a tiara.
For you to ask.
Okay.
Well,
Judge, can we sing him happy birthday?
Are we really gonna sing Pinos happy birthday?
It's his birthday month.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pinos. Happy birthday to you.
Pinos!
Can we get that poll up, Bailiff? Can we throw that up, please? Thank you. Okay, jurors, it is now your turn to vote whether or not you have found Pinos, god of male incontinence, not incontinence, that's pissing yourself, impotence, guilty of his crime for which he is allegedly accused. Well, not allegedly accused, he is accused. You get it. Did he overthrow the police?
I did.
Right, and he is admitting it. So maybe keep that in mind as you're voting. Seems like most of you don't seem to mind that part.
Because it's an irrelevant fact.
Okay.
It's irrelevant to our new laws.
I feel like I know where this is going. We can go ahead and close out that poll. As much as it pains me to say it, the people have spoken, and Pinos, you are not guilty of the crime
Pinos!
of Overthrowing the government. Yes, jury nullification. Jury nullification.
My pest, if you may, exit your seat.
Nope, that is not how this works.
I shall take your seat.
You do not get my
remainder
seat.
of this court session.
That is not how that works.
Oh, come on, Judge.
Let him do
What,
it.
we're gonna let
Gallery
Pinos.
anyway, come
Okay,
on.
all right. Here's the deal, Pinos. I will let you have a seat here in my judge's chair for just a moment, and then, folks, because we hit our goal, we got 15 subscriptions. Thank you so much for that. We're gonna head on down to the police station for some much-needed firearm training. So get over here, Pinos. Come on. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. Yeah, there we go.
Pinos!
Have a seat in the judge's chair.
Pinos!
Bang the gavel.
Yes! Things are going well for Pinos.
How's that feel?
On the big birthday. Can you guess how old I am?
How,
3,000?
yeah, 3,000?
Close.
21?
22?
Colder.
Colder than, okay, 4,000?
Colder.
104?
Colder.
69?
Colder.
1,600.
That's bingo!
I did it.
Welcome, cadets. Let me turn my mic up more so you can hear me. Is that not working? Because the mic was off. All right. There we go, cadets. Can you hear me? Cadets, very much. Welcome to the Now York Police Department. In a moment, we're going to be taking fire on a couple potential threats. 2 people will appear in the shooting gallery before you, but only one of them is a legitimate threat. The other one is an innocent bystander. And you, the cadets at home, will have to click on your screen, click on the threat, and whichever one most of you click on, that's the one you're gonna shoot. So make sure to figure out which of these 2 people is a threat and which one is innocent. All right, you get it. Here we go. In 3, 2, go get them.
Hey, I'm a sexy criminal.
I'm Benjamin Button, but in reverse. And I
Take
have
it
a
easy.
90.
Take it easy. You don't want to do anything crazy. Why don't you and I just get out of here instead?
And go where?
I'm not fucking talking to you.
Oh. Are you sure? Maybe,
Hey.
or do you want to talk to me?
Let's blow this popsicle stand. This guy sucks. Why don't you and I get on the back of my motorcycle? We can maybe go kill some people and just loosen up.
So you know how in Benjamin Button he ages backwards? I'm like that, but the opposite. And I have a knife. I'm not gonna. I just wanted to show you the knife. I'm not gonna use it or anything.
I've been convicted of manslaughter, murder 2, and conspiracy. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm hot as hell.
Somebody's saying, isn't that just a normal guy? Oh, shit.
Great work, cadets. That went perfectly. Yep, the guy who was reverse Benjamin Button. I can't fucking talk with these headphones on. All right, that guy, he was a terrorist, and the guy who was wearing the prison jumpsuit, you guessed it, That was a doctor who was working to cure children with cancer. But this next scenario, this one's not gonna be so easy. We've got two potential threats coming out, and it's not gonna be clear which one is the threat and which one is the innocent bystander. It's gonna be up to you, cadets, to use your instincts and intuition to figure out the right target, click on them, and kill them with a gun. If you're ready for the challenge, we're gonna start it up. Get ready, 'cause here we go.
It is I, Pinos!
You know those guys from ER, the doctors? I'm like that, but not a doctor.
And I am Pinos, the omnipotent.
I have a gun also. Pinos, you're off your mark again.
I don't see marks.
Pinos, do you ever feel like, what's the point? Like, I'm working this dead-end job as a guy who gets shot at the target practice range, and I have to come up with these weird, bespoke, like, people, these weird guys, and it's like, that's all my life is. I come home, my wife doesn't really want to talk to me anymore, and it's not like I don't try. Like, I feel like I'm making an effort.
I've never thought about that. Pinos! Everyone, shoot him!
You guys shot Pinos?
Holy shit, they shot Pinos.
It's okay, they bounce off me.
Great work, cadets. Pinos was a terrorist. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the fucking gun sound to work. There we go. There. All right, I fixed it. Hold your fire, cadets. You got it. You did it. You shot Pinos. Some people seem upset that you killed Pinos. It was your choice, cadets, and you made the right call. Pinos was a terrorist. And that other guy, you guessed it, doctor, curing kids with cancer. But this next one, ooh, boy, oh boy. This next one's a tricky one. Yep. When you think you've got it right, maybe think again, because it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be the first choice. It's not gonna be the second choice. This one is gonna really take a sharp eye and a genius mind to identify the threat. Get ready, 'cause here we go.
Hey, I have good news.
You want to go first?
Can you stop fucking talking to me? It's supposed to be we're talking to them. Stop fucking interacting with me. So
I just don't want to step on it. I don't want to step on your line.
Daughter's
I just don't want to
leukemia.
step on your line.
The bad news is, she was telling me a little bit about your situation at home, and I think we should talk about it.
You're
allowed to talk.
Okay. You know Rip Van Winkle, where he goes to sleep for a long time? I'm like that, but I don't go to sleep for a long time. And I have a sword.
She was telling me that you've been drinking more and more lately. Now that kind of stress can weigh on somebody, and when they're recovering from a serious illness like this, I think it's important that you prioritize both your health and hers.
Is this a guy? Am I a guy right now?
No, Grant, you've done 3 guys that are not guys.
Oh man. Well, you died anyway.
Great work, cadets. You killed the guy who looked like a doctor and was saying a lot of stuff that made it seem like he was a doctor, but you correctly identified that underneath his shirt, he had a suicide vest. And he was, in fact, a terrorist. And Grant, well, you probably could have killed him too, but you only had 1 bullet, so we're gonna let that one slide. I noticed a lot of you also tried to shoot the corner of the screen in the middle of the wall. You guys, well, let's just say you're not getting a badge this time. Focus up, cadets, because in a real life scenario, things aren't going to be this easy, all right? It's going to be a gray area, like this next scenario, where we've got 2 people who really could be threats, or they could be innocent bystanders. Focus up, cadets, because this next scenario starts right now.
Oh yeah! It's me again, Wario!
I'm Jake from the Everything Now Show. I started going to the gym, so I never wear a shirt for any of my characters anymore.
Oh, you look swole.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, you can tell it's really working for me.
Oh yeah, shoot him! Oh wow! Yeah, you're gonna get loaded with bullets, gangster style.
For sure, dude. And I might be like a construction worker, but I'm shirtless, or I might do like a doctor, but I'm shirtless.
Great work, cadets. You correctly identified that Jake is a really cool guy, and you should never shoot him. He's not a terrorist. He's got a great body, and it's not cringe of him to do characters that aren't wearing shirts sometimes. He's working really hard. Hey, sometimes he does a judge character that wears a full robe and you can't see any of his body. But either way, it's totally fine. And he should be proud of the way he looks for the amount of work that he's putting in. And also that other guy, yeah, Musk, he's a fucking terrorist, so good work. All right, we got another one. Here we go.
Hey, oh, shit, what's that mean? Are we okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the same guy from earlier who was struggling to come up with characters. I hear that Jake tells people he's talking to on Hinge when to watch the show when he's got his shirt off. So that's
a good idea.
Pretty smart. Oh, hey.
Great work, cadets. You identified the terrorists immediately. It was the guy who's talking shit about Jake. As we all know, cadets, if you say anything negative about Jake, you're automatically a terrorist and you deserve to be shot. With this next scenario, no one's going to say anything mean about Jake. They're all going to be really cool and nice, and actually they're not even going to talk about Jake at all. It's going to be a character that is totally unrelated to Jake. So get ready, folks, because this one's going to be tricky. This one's going to be downright near impossible. We had a cadet in here earlier who decided to kill himself instead of shooting either of the two targets when he was faced with this scenario. I hope you don't meet the same fate, but if you do, it was great knowing you. All right, folks, here we go.
Wait, which one of us is the real Jake?
Fuck.
Which one is it? I'm Hypebeast Jake.
I'm Jake in 10 years.
It's really hard. It's really hard to do this with 3 people. I kind of had to grab the costumes that were available to me.
What if I was a guy who did basketball?
You want to just stand here?
What if I was a guy who did the basketball?
You want to stand right here?
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, folks, you know what to do.
Wait, what?
Wait, which one of us is the real Jake, though?
You have a fake mustache on top of your real mustache.
Not anymore.
Great work, cadets. You decided not to shoot either of the guys named Jake. That was a test. A lot of you decided to kill yourself, which is what you should do if faced in a scenario where someone's forcing you to shoot 2 guys who are Jake. We have one final scenario here, and then we're gonna end the show.
No!
One last.
No, we're done.
No, we got to do one more because there was no button there.
Okay.
I got to do one more. All right, folks. This last scenario. This one. Well, let's just say I concocted this one up myself to be truly impossible. Yep, this one's not even really possible. If you're able to figure out who the threat is in this one, well, you should take my dang job. You should frickin' take my dang job, because this one is so frickin' hard. There's gonna be a bad guy, there's gonna be a good guy. You're not gonna know which one is which. All right, good luck.
Got an eye patch.
Is this a guy? Is this a guy? I didn't have a lot of time. Is this a guy? I'm wearing 2 hats.
My guy lost his eye in the war.
My guy's got 2 hats on. Is this a guy?
This hat keys out, so if I do it like this, it looks like I don't have a top.
I have a gun, but I have a trophy. The trophy kind of keys out too. Are these guys? It's so hard to do this frequently.
What if I switch the eye patch from one to the other? What if I did that?
What if I?
But between lines of the character that it says.
What if I'm like, hey, it's me. It's like, the old woman who goes shopping with your grandma, and she just won an award at her church, and she's packing heat. Maybe that's something. I'm tired, man. I'm really tired. Everything Now show. We do this 4 nights a week. These are the nights we do it, so check it out. Saturdays is 6, otherwise it's 7 Pacific time. Also, follow all this stuff. If you're new, check out all of these things.
Wait.
Follow all these things. In particular, subscribe to the damn YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube, and also join our Discord. All the
Cut it out.
all the evidence you saw tonight was submitted by you in the Discord. So get in the Discord. Get in there. Those are all the your feet.
Oh shit. Let me hide them behind one of our little plugs.
And thank you to our great special guest, Brett Davis. Brett, pose under the sign. Let's have you pose under the sign.
I don't know why we just do this here.
Yeah, there's no reason for this. We do it anyway.
Yeah.
One day we'll have a reason for all those. Brett, thank you so much for joining us again. Always so damn funny.
It's so much fun to do.
Pinos, an instant legend.
Iconic.
Pinos,
anything
Pinos
to
of
plug,
fame.
anything people can check you out. We have your Instagram, but anything people can like check you out at, or
Yeah, I've been writing about music on a Substack, which feels like a lame thing to bring up. but
Where can people find it?
It's on repeat
EBO's
music.
excited about it.
On repeatmusic.substack.com. And I got a bunch of podcasts coming in conjunction with The Best Show with Tom Sharpling.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So you can find them on Patreon and on The Best Show, and yeah.
check out Best Show. Sharpling rocks.
Go find all that funny stuff, folks. Give Brett a follow too. Give him the old ENS bump. And
And
follow
give us the ENS bump.
Yes, give us a bump,
Yeah.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're
for the
about to take
subscriptions.
the ENS bumper.
Yeah.
Nah.
We're all afraid of drugs.
All right, folks, thank you so much. If you haven't already, follow the show, join the Discord, and come on back Monday, right? Today's Saturday?
Yeah.
Come on back Monday night for a brand new episode of Everything Now Show. It won't be a courthouse. It will be something totally different, but it'll still be interactive comedy that you get to control with sound alerts and subs and Discord submissions and stuff like that.
And it's going to be...
Thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Bon Me. And it's going to be Damon Royster and Jordan Lee Cohen.
Oh, shit, 2 banger guests that you're
very
not going to
solid
want to miss.
Performers.
So come on back here, make sure that you're following so you get the alert, and we'll see you back here Monday night, not at 6 p.m. We're getting a boo on forcing us to wait a whole day. Sorry, Steve. Hey, if you need your fix of Everything Now Show,
YouTube.
go to the YouTube. There's over 400 episodes of Everything Now Show that you can watch.
Subscribe to the YouTube.
Go subscribe. Watch the new short that we just posted on YouTube. Get our metrics up. Watch it on repeat so that the retention goes up and we game the algo. And come on back Monday night for a brand new app. Who are we rating?
Rating Atomic Twins.
We're rating Atomic
Say
Twins.
hi. They do very fun, cool stuff. And tell them the ENS boys sent you.
Yes.
On that, bye-bye.
Goodbye.